joining us right now. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure we're doing a thing. Alright, I'm trying to see. How do we sound, chat? How do we sound? Hello, hello. Avocados from Mexico. I don't know what that means, but alright.
I don't even.
I'm trying to sound balance some music going on, but unfortunately my headphones are just very, very loud. Volume seems low. Okay, so let's bring that up a bit. Howdy, howdy. We see you, Stuart. Fantastic. Volume is low. Interesting. Let me bring you up as well. Do you want to say something?
I think it may be me. Okay, well, let me do my own little test. Hello, holding myself no more. Take it to the grave, all girls. I know it could be so cold.
You know what? I'm gonna put on some light jazz because this Pokemon music is way too loud.
And that just gets everyone into a jazzy mood.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's your breathing skills doing? What does that mean? Oh! I think I know who that is. I'm not certain.
I like how you put featuring Hazbin radio, but it's radio Hazbin.
Is it Raised? Ah, damn it! I'm a goof. I'm sorry. Here, I can fix that if you give me a moment.
That's fine.
It's Radio Hazbin, and I'm a doof. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were thinking Japanese there. You're thinking, okay, surname first, lot first.
It's right fuck. Okay, God, I see it now. Okay. No wonder I couldn't tag you in the title either. I was wondering why that was happening. I was like, because I've tagged other people like Joe Cat and Crit Crab and Demonac in my titles all the time, but can I be in the video for no reason? Tell you what, you guys want in the video? Here we go. You should be able to see yourselves now, and then we want to be able to see Radio Hazbin's logo. Currently, Radio Hazbin is streaming her desktop, which is not helpful. Not gonna help me. You need to send me your logo, please.
What? A second. Yep, there we go.
Also, send me the Akali cosplay. I need to see this.
Well, the thing is, I've only got the 2018 version, not the 2020 version yet.
Gotcha.
But I am working on it.
There
But I do have a camera.
You do have a camera? Oh, okay. That works.
We should mention that. Yes.
Oh, there you are. Hello. Okay, let's
Hello there.
I wonder if I can pop you out. Pop out? I can. Oh, fantastic. Can I get rid of me? There you are. Hello. Is that okay if I put you on screen?
That's fine.
I just did it like without I'm a professional, okay?
Don't worry, it's fine. Hang on, let me be more professional.
Whoa! Ty! Happy holidays. Got back in the States just in time for Christmas. I'm glad. I'm happy I can watch stream at reasonable time. Thank you, Ty. That was a $150 super chat. Oh my god, thank you. That is nuts.
Oh, good.
I do not deserve that. Thank you. Let's put Radio Radio Hazbin. Come on! There we go. You're on stream.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Radio Hazbin takes social distancing very seriously. She social distance even during chat. She wears her mask. What's your excuse, people? Come on. Hello, hello.
Mine's got a big, massive smile to it, so why not?
No, it's a sweet smile. It's cute. Thank you. That way, now we're both on camera. Awesome.
Yes.
Howdy ho, friendos. Okay, so, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, it's a tough thing for a streamer to admit, but I may have made some mistakes. And fortunately, I have an expert here who can point out all of the things I got wrong. We've compiled some quick notes together, and we're just going to go over them super-duper quick. But first, let's go ahead and have our guest shill herself. Go ahead, Miss Radio. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell everybody what you are and what you do?
Right, everyone, I am Radio Hazbin. Of course, I do my own little thing, obviously, on my channel. I am basically going to do theories. I am also studying demonology also. So I also keep an eye on all the Hazbin news. So pretty much I'm your go-to person by basically I'm archiving stuff also, because I do archived Instagram posts, which I do monthly, known as Hazbinstagrams. Little pun there. I do a lot of theories. Basically, I try and at least try and get to scientific definitions, and obviously try and simplify things into much simpler chunks that have also been sourced by Vivian and have been either been confirmed or denied by Vivian as much as possible.
Good. Ty! Oh my god, thank this super chat mad lad. I'm going to get to you, Ty, but first Andrew. Hi Stuart, glad that you did this as many people don't want to... Okay, hold on. Glad you did this as many don't want people to point out where they were wrong. Also, this is Fallen Song from Lethal's chat. Oh, fantastic, cool. Yeah, no, Lethal is great. Personal friend. Ty, thank you again for that 50. Love the support. Thank you so much. And chat, thank you for being here. If you can't tell, I'm easily distracted. I'm super sorry. And if you're here and you don't know who I am a former teacher who is now trying to make his way on YouTube. There's way more of us than you think, because we're all tired of the American school system. So... yeah, that's really all you need to know about me. I did a couple Hazbin video essays. They went very well, but people have been pointing out that I've made some errors, and so we're going to go ahead and correct those here. I've got my 3 videos up. We're not going to go ahead and watch them, but I'll go ahead and talk about the points, at the very least, where I made the mistakes and what video they're in. That way we can go ahead and just blast on past these. Does that sound good to you, friendo?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Chat, I will try to keep an eye on you, and I will try to respond to certain things. I definitely like Gabriel pointing out, is this a 2-hour apology video calling Travis John? That is part of it. The John... God damn, I'm so mad about the John. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, we are going to go ahead and look at my 3 Hazbin videos. They're down here in my video essays. The first one was published back in... It was actually almost a year ago to the day. So, almost a year ago. This was shortly after the first episode was published. When was the first episode published last year?
20th of October, 2019.
Right, so this was made maybe 2 months afterwards, and I was going... I will admit, I was wiki hopping a bit, and I understand now that that is not ideal. I should not be doing that.
No, that's why I try and not go to the wiki, hence why I try and go to more credible sources, hence the artists, and of course Vivian herself, or any of the live streams that Ashley does.
Mm-hmm. And so, in the first video, I did hop in some of the live streams to do research, but I did not go as thorough as I did in the other ones. So, unfortunately, the first video has a ton of mistakes. So, do you like avocados from Mexico? Well, I do like avocados. Thank you for asking, the Talk a Lot Show. I appreciate that. So, in the first part here, I start talking about the Overlords. And... surprisingly, there wasn't a lot I got wrong here until I get to Stolos. And I mentioned Stolos is an Overlord. I mentioned he has a daughter named Natasha. And what else did I get wrong here? maybe I can play just this part. Fact, his design is based on the great Prince of Hell Stolos from the Lesser Key of Solomon. Not much is known about him other than he is married, has a daughter named Natasha, and likes choking on red. Presumably... Okay, so I played that for chat. Essentially, I point out that he has a daughter named Natasha. He is an Overlord, and he likes choking on red dick. So overall, not too egregious, but the first mistake I think is Natasha or the Overlord. Which one do you want to cover first?
I think it's probably best to cover the Overlord status first, because obviously it's pretty much a broad stroke when there are actual different tiers to, of course, how the actual hierarchy actually works in Hell.
Yeah, okay then. So Stolos is not an Overlord. Do you want to go ahead and explain what that actually is, or what he is?
Yep, so Stolos is actually an Eresguitia, which is, of course, a different type of, obviously, a hellborn creature that is born of regal power. They are not as powerful as the Seven Princes of Hell, Lucifer, Benefica, Mammon, etc., but they can be even more or less powerful than some of the Overlords, though it hasn't specified which particular, whereas Stolos is on the power level scale at this moment in time, because I'm currently doing the math on that.
Oh, as Stolos' actual power level, or
Yeah.
I saw. Oh God, I started writing a Stolos essay, and I got really mad because like I went into like 5 different live streams to get as much information as I could, and each one told me different information. One person said the artist. What was her name?
Falsties.
Falsties. Okay.
Falsties.
She said that Stolos is very, very weak. And then I hopped into another live stream where Vivzy said that Stolos is stronger than Alistair. And I don't know what to do about this.
How I technically did it with Hazbin Madness, like back in June, I obviously redid it in how Saga tier time I worked in Dragon Ball. We put Alistair in the Freezer Saga tier, so more likely Stolos could still be more powerful than Alistair, but probably we could say like Vox or any of the other rest of the Overlords are much more higher power.
So like we're getting into DBZ territory, but like is like how strong is Alistair in that regard? Because they implied that he's like one of the best. Like, but if Vox is stronger, what does that mean?
Well, according to what I actually heard, and this is all confirmed, that for the triple Vs, Valentino is actually the weakest, whereas Vox is actually the most strongest. So he's gonna be a much more heavier opposition because obviously technology and electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So he's more of a greater threat, so he's probably quite strong. I can't technically determine as of yet, because again, obviously we don't know the actual power scale levels, but I am going to be delving into the Diablo universe to get some calculations from that, because obviously they use demons also.
Awesome. Okay, so we're kind of dip diving a little bit everywhere. If you want to see her calculations and her final work, you can find her on her channel. And why don't you say it for me, because I know I'm going to say it wrong.
It's pretty much Radio Hazbin, and pretty much like again most of the work that I mostly do. Again, the power scaling one is going to be updated when I can, because I am getting someone to help me do some research into Diablo. So everything's going to be much more proper and more calculated. In addition, also, we're going to be calculating Charlie first, and then we can work basically from there.
Okay. So, is there a lot of stock that can be taken, or is this just rough inspired by, like calculations?
Rough inspired by mostly calculations.
Okay. So, we don't... Again... We are still passionate amateurs. Vivzy has the final say, and the final say is when it's put into animation. So, take it.
Yeah.
Take that what you will. Next, the next thing I got wrong is originally I called her Natasha, Stolos' daughter. That is absolutely incorrect. Her name is Octavia, as people learned in episode 2. And the reason I got that wrong in particular is because that name was originally correct. Is that right?
I cannot confirm or deny this. The name Octavia recently came up from the Australian wildfire stream back in February.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when people started actually doing the actual artwork. Australia, obviously, I do the voice of Octavia for my own channel, because I do comic dubs also. Don't really need to get back into that.
Plug. I respect that. Okay. So yeah, essentially her name wasn't released. I found the name Natasha. I called her Natasha. That's my mistake. Maybe it was a problem with the wiki. Maybe it was a problem with me not doing my research hard enough, but that is what I saw. You've marked here about the Ars Goetia, and then you've marked Stolos' job is this thing right here. Do we know that that's what he does and has been? I've seen that you've written comes to Earth every full moon by the grimoire to collect herbs and other studies. Do we know that that's his job and has been, or helluvaboss?
That is actually his job. And fun enough, there's a full moon right now, so Stolos is probably wandering the fuck about somewhere, probably.
Well, good to know. Good to know. Okay, so that's really the first big error that I made was about the Overlords. So I'm gonna go ahead. Is there anything else here we should add, or should we move on to the next one?
Actually, there is one more. Obviously, if you looked further down, you missed out on Velvet, Zestior, Missy Zilla, Camille, and 3 other Overlords that have not been confirmed their names.
Good point. I think my exact wording was the Overlords we know of right now, but you're right, I did miss them. So there are more Overlords than the ones that were just listed. Stolos, don't kill me. Chat's going wild right now. This is it's real fun. Let's see. Alistair. The big thing that I mentioned was Alistair was Vivzy Pop's baby, and she was designed in middle school, but that's not actually correct. Do you want to go ahead and fix that for me?
Yeah, obviously, he was actually created in high school. Actual Vivian's baby is actually Angel Dust because of a toxic relationship he had with someone, I don't know who. And he did come from Zoophobia. Most of the actual characters themselves actually did came from Zoophobia from the Angels vs. Demon arc that was supposed to be in the comic, but was scrapped for this.
Yeah. Now, to the people in the chat who don't know, because most of us are filthy casual Hazbin fans, what is Zoophobia?
Zoophobia is a comic series which was done by Vivian and Forsties many years ago on the site of that is pretty much has been at this moment, which is known to trash wasteland known as Tumblr.
Oh,
I would know. Right.
My wife makes her living on Tumblr, and her fans come from Tumblr. We'll just move on.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Continue, I'm sorry.
Basically, obviously, there was a lot more story to it than implied. There was, I think there's 20 plus pages that are currently available at this moment. The Heaven and Hell arc was actually supposed to have Alistair, Vaggie, Charlie, she has a different design, obviously, than what we know. She originally was supposed to be looking like the girl version of Hellboy.
Whoa!
I'm not even joking. That design is actually true.
Okay, hold on. Can someone find that? Is that available somewhere?
I can easily grab it.
Oh, please send this to me. I need to know this. Hi, sweetie. Speaking of wife, she came to show me that she pulled a waifu in Fire Emblem. I don't know if that waifu's good. She looks really hot, so I'm just gonna.
Her subtitle is Lewd Dream.
Lewd Dream. Oh, her name. It does say Lewd Dream. Holy crap. Oh, it.
Found it. Found it.
Oh, you found it? Okay. Send it to me in Discord, and I'll pull it up.
There we go.
Oh my. I'm not sure what I like more. I think I like new Charlie a little bit more, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because Charlie tends to look a little more like a father.
Yeah. Well, it's like cute clown or cute jester is kind of her new design. This is neat. The claw is definitely cool. Maybe she'll get this as a demon form.
Probably, but may keep the long horns, but of course add in the actual initial detail or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we should go super for them.
Maybe. Well, we've seen Charlie's hell form. We also know she's got a bit of a kick to her. She is not a pushover. She's just emotional. I don't even know if that's the right word.
I think she hasn't gone past her breaking point yet.
Mm-hmm. I am definitely looking forward to that. Let's see. So we've covered Alistair is from Zoophobia. designed in high school. That wasn't really a big deal, but I did straight up just get that wrong. I also said Alistair is my favorite character. That was, I'm going to say exaggeration. I'm not backpedaling. I was just really taken aback by his gimmick. I've never seen a Radio Star villain before, and I found that really fascinating. Stolos is my new best friend, is what I put in the notes, and I love Stolos so much. Who's your favorite character?
Obviously it's gonna be Alistair, because obviously I like the psychology behind him. I really want to actually pick his brains a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Astral. I don't know how to take that compliment. I'm going to move on. Angel and Vaggie can... Oh, here's what I said. Angel and Vaggie might have been condemned for being gay. That was my working theory. But this was just straight up incorrect. I did not get that right at all. The knowledge of Angel's death and his background, along with the unnuanced background on Vaggie, who died in 2014. When was that information released? About these?
The information about Vagatha, obviously might as well just use the correct name here. That was released some time ago. I think it was released back when the test footage of obviously the limousine came out, and of course they were showing off the profiles up to the day of the actual initial pilot. Angel's death, that was also on his profile, and of course about him being a mobster. So more likely, obviously, it was more about his background, him doing crimes, him doing drugs. More likely sent him down this kind of path down to, well, the Pride Circle.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. I suppose, and I do cover that in the next video. There wasn't a ton that was wrong in that one, but yeah. No,
How do you know, mate?
Who is that?
Geek Air. I'm one of his co-hosts for his Geek Air podcast.
Oh, fantastic! If he wants to shill, he can go ahead and drop a link. I'll approve it, and then we can send that through. That'd be cool. Let's see. So I straight up got things about Angel Dust wrong. I also said one of the reasons that they may have been condemned for being gay is Vivzie was trying to make a political statement about the state of modern religion and how it's bullshit if gay people get sent to hell for being homosexual. Apparently that is not a possibility in this universe. That's not how it works.
No, that's not how it works, unfortunately, no.
I mean, that sounds pretty fortunate, actually. I don't want gay people going to hell, even in fiction. You know what I mean?
I think some of them may be going there.
Well, judge not by the sexuality, but by the color of their character. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I'm jealous of your beard. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I grew it myself. Let's see. And yes, Angel Dust was condemned to hell for being a mobster. And do we know why Vaggie was condemned to hell? There's a lot of working theories, but
we don't exactly know. That's why I put down on nuance, because there's literally nothing about it. Same with Nifty. Though people are trying to dig into Nifty, I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
Now, some people were suspecting that Vaggie was an angel at some point due to this X. Where do you put stock in that theory? Also, she has an angel tool right there.
I debunked it immediately. The reason why I actually debunked it immediately, because obviously the X is on the other side, and obviously the exterminators are more likely automatons, robots. Obviously with Vaggie, if you actually paid attention very closely, it was more likely the part of her that got injured the most. So more likely it's pretty much her kill shot, and it remains permanently wounded, of course, in the afterlife. Angel Dust has it on his right hip, where obviously that was his kidney, because apparently obviously the drug, Angel Dust, actually does cause kidney failure. And of course, Alistair's X on the head, and I do have the plushie over there to confirm the X on the head.
Wait, there's an X on his hip? What?
Yeah, there's an X on Angel Dust's hip now. That was recently put out back in like July.
I didn't know what this X meant. This is brand new to me. Like, as of this stream. So that X is a kill location?
Yeah, basically, it's the part where it pertains to the most damage. Hang on, let me give you a PNG.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, you can't technically see it unless you zoom in. It's like right up on his on his hand. That's where you can see the X.
All right, I'm gonna do my best to zoom in so you can see it. An X. Oh my God, there is! Holy crap! It's right there. Yeah. So this is
that's where.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is where basically is where his kidney would be, and he basically more likely had kidney failure, more likely from the overdose.
Wow. That is attention to detail I never expected. Good find. Was this officially released, or like where did you find this info?
This was pretty much put out publicly. I know some people who are part of a Patreon as well. Obviously, I don't ask them for leaks. Obviously, I want to keep that courteous. This was more puppet-sized online, and then my friend did a video on it, going, "Hello, can I put this into a video?" and start talking about this new character design. A24 are going to change some of the characters, but they will remain the same, personality-wise.
That's good. Well, I mean, their designs are so busy, they need to, like, do something to their design, because otherwise it's going to cost, like, $1,000 for them to move even for, like, a frame. like, I understand.
Yeah.
Does Radio Hazbin see the chat? I think she does. Do you?
Yes, I do. Yes, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see Geek Air.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Wow, that is so cool. Someone, Angel Dust, could have had his organs removed a la bathtub surgery. I think it's more likely the Angel Dust. Granted, I don't know how Angel Dust kills. I'm going to assume through kidney failure, so... But that's so...
Well, it could be basically from, like, obviously from actual blood. Obviously, it takes a lot, depending on how many... It depends on his height and his BMI, which obviously we can't technically calculate, because there's no way you can calculate that yet, to then figure out how many grams of PCP it would take to actually kill him.
Oh, hold on. PNG, I actually found... I want to know if you can confirm this for me. So I found human Angel Dust image, and I used it in my second video. Do you know if this was official artwork? I'm gonna pull it up on screen for chat first, and then I'll send it to you.
That's fine.
Is this official artwork?
Yes.
That is official. Okay, whose signature is that?
That is Vivian's.
Okay, so she did do this. All right.
Yes. Though I should mention, her DeviantArt account is hacked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not good. And DeviantArt isn't exactly known for its stellar user... Yeah, oh boy. Well, that's good to know. This is really good. So this is what Angel Dust looked like. And yes, he is very effeminate. That is a very pretty man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Though I actually prefer Ashley Nichols' design for Angel Dust. A bit more, because I get to look at you look more mobster. But that's just my opinion.
Can you send it to me? I'll show it to chat.
Hang on, give me a second. I can find it. It won't take me too long, because Ashley Angel Human.
While you're doing that, I'll move on to the next one. Overlords and the Sinners are only settled in the circle of pride and not the other rings. Now, the Overlords nomenclature here is going to bother me, but yeah, so I did not mention this. Sinners are only located in the Pride Ring. And the Pride Ring is very, very large. That's my understanding. Because both Imp City and Pentagram City are in that, right?
Yes.
All right, now who designed this one?
This one here, it was Ashley Nichols. Ashley Nichols up.
Who is that in relation to Hazbin?
She's one of the cleanup artists. She does the Honeycast.
Okay, cool.
She's like Michael Kovac.
I really like this. Actually, this is... Okay, so I'm straight, right? But this is Danger Zone. That's what's happening. That's a good-looking man. All right. Sinners are only settled in the Circle of Pride and not at the other rings. And then that was clarified in the helluvaboss Twitter account. The Circle of Pride is the biggest one. We could talk more about the kings, princes of the circle.
Princes.
Well, we could talk about that more in a bit. But overlords. Who can be an overlord, and what does that quantify? I said in my video, they're basically just stronger, way stronger than average demons that can browbeat their way into power. What does that mean to you? How accurate is that?
I would more likely say probably, depending on how much weight of sin you had in your human life, therefore it may grant you powers or some form that kind of nature into hell. So you may become a great demon, so therefore you may have a chance to become an overlord.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, like Genghis Khan, what? I always get frustrated at theory crafting because like is Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great, are they real people in this universe? What's going on with that? You know?
I don't know. They named fucking Jeffrey Epstein Hitler, so
that's right. They called him out by name. Oh god. See, my theory was Alistair was a radio host, and my thought was the more famous you are, the more power you get, like a la D&D. Like in Dungeons and Dragons, the more people that directly worship you, the closer you are to godhood. So that was my working theory. I don't know if that has any weight. It's just, I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, who knows?
Let's see. Voxen. Oh, this one. Go ahead and this is more about the Instagrams. Why don't you go ahead and explain this one? Vox and Valentino toxic relationship.
Okay, obviously, if anyone actually pays attention, I'll do a series known as Hazbinstagrams, where basically I archive all the posts for pretty much a month worth, and basically I talk over them. So basically, I show the picture, and then I show each reply done by certain characters, and I try and interpret the characters. Obviously, if no one actually paid attention, Vox and Valentino had an on and off relationship. They are currently broken up, and Vox decided to delete all of Valentino's posts. Luckily, I had them archived.
Yeah. Chad is asking, Brandon Sands, is Charlie technically an overlord then? Like, I think overlord is reserved for people in positions of power, not necessarily the strongest people.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, Charlie is technically classified as Princess of Hell, which is a completely separate category.
Mm-hmm.
So she is high up on the regal scale, but again, I think she's currently weak at this moment in time, but we will get onto that in a moment.
Okay. Because I do want to talk about the overlords, because I think Velvet or Rosie, I remember hearing something about her. But yeah, Charlie is interesting. I said she was a succubus. That is wrong, and you caught this and was really smart. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take the floor with that one.
Okay, obviously, if you guys are not familiar with some of the actual angelic lore, and also some of demon lore, there is something known as a Nephilim. Basically, angels actually are quite little naughty little creatures than they actually are wholly implied. Basically, sometimes they actually like to go down to Earth or even Hell and start, So obviously, in this case, not, and of course, whenever it's crossbred between angel DNA and of course a human or a demon DNA, they are known as Nephilim. For example, Darksiders, Fury, Strife, Death, and War. Those four are considered Nephilim in, of course, from that obviously as the horse of the apocalypse. So, and they are children of Lilith. In this case scenario, obviously Charlie is technically half demon, half angel, so she would be technically classified as Nephilim, and she may be as strong or stronger than her parents, Lilith and Lucifer, much like a half-Saiyan. If you are watching Masako, hi!
I'm not certain. I see Masako. I'm not certain he's into Hazbin Hotel, but he does pop in once in a while. I'll tell him you said hi. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. That's a great detail, since Lucifer is indeed the Lucifer from the Bible, and he is an angel. So that is super duper cool that she is a Nephilim and not a succubus. Oh yeah, and then I neglected to mention there were a bunch of other overlords. Velvet Zestiel?
Yes, yes.
Where was that character mentioned?
That character was actually from a Patreon leak.
Okay. Do we have?
Zestiel...
Go ahead.
Yeah, we do. I do have the artwork, but I do not wish to display it out of respect to Vivian. Missy Zilla was also leaked, and so was Camille. These are the three that are in the scene with Lucifer in the first song.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I googled the name, and yeah, that is one of that is one of the overlords. They also show up in the little montage there too. Is there a hellhound in the montage, or is that... Oh, that's Lilith. Okay. So yeah, Zestiel, Miss Zilla, and Camille, they were all leaked, and I didn't mention Velvet. And then Rosie, if we're still talking about Overlords, because I think we're actually done with Overlords.
Yeah.
But someone mentioned in chat, I believe it was Thomas Hillman, he said Overlords are basically warlords. I'd say so, because in the live stream I saw, I can find it later if I absolutely have to, but I think Vivian said on a power scale of 1 to 10, so like these are arbitrary numbers, like this is not over 9,000. Most overlords are sitting at about a power scale of 8. Meanwhile, Rosie, who is classified as an overlord, is sitting at a power level of 2.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so
that was by Forsties.
Right. So I think overlords are more warlords than anything else. And then Vaggie has gay panic or whatever. Moving on.
I would say more barons, more than anything. Barons of Pentagram City.
Right. So then we did talk about Angel Dust is actually Vivzi's baby. He was created due to trauma that Vivzi endured during a relationship. It is not our business to crack into that, but that is what she has shared.
Yes.
Is that an Alistair body pillow? Why, yes, it is, bisexual intellectual. We sell these on our website at loadingcrewcrafts.com. That was a commission piece. In fact, we've got a few commission pieces of Cherry Bomb and Alistair that on the Etsy. I can't sell them on the website, but on the Etsy, there are a couple of them where you need to fill out a form in order to get one of those. So you can do that if you want. I can link you to the Etsy.
So just go, I need it!
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to link the Etsy page. I'm not going to link the Daki directly, but Alistair Daki Makura. No, I'll just link our store. How about you can find that yourself. So there you go. How y'all liking the jokes? I like jokes, thank you. I am the best joke, though. So yep, there are 5 types. The 5 types are angels, hellborn demons, sinners, imps, and Nephilim. So we've talked about Nephilim, we've talked about angels a minute, and hellborn are pretty straightforward. They are basically demons born in hell. And you have isolated imps as separate from hellborn. Why did you feel that was necessary?
I think it was necessary because obviously, more likely, because demons, obviously, most people forget, oh, these are people with great power. These are people with magic. They are quite destructive in their nature. They do dealings, etc. Obviously, you know, how obviously the Christian Bible obviously always in depth, and always imps are a bit more mysterious, a bit more lenient, and they're more lesser demons. They are still classified as demons, but they are a different class of their own. Such as more likely Blitzeau is more likely a superior imp compared to Moxie and Millie.
So would it be something like hellborn and then imp? So like imp is like a subclass of demon or something?
Yeah, a subclass.
Yeah, or a sub race. Like if we're going by D&D terms, it's just like another thing. That's fine. So that works for me. What do you know about hellhounds? Because we've seen a couple of them. Are they Are they hellborn or can they be
Yeah,
sinners?
they are hellborn. They are 100% hellborn. Luna's hellborn, Criminy is hellborn. And they...
Okay. That works. And yeah, that's the major points that I mentioned in the first video I made. There were a lot of mistakes there because, like I admit, I was wiki hopping a lot. But now I'm much more thorough in my other 2 videos. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that, or yeah?
No, that's everything. Obviously, James Whitmore, you put down, obviously, is there purgatory in Hazbin? Unfortunately, there is no limbo in Hazbin. It's just the 7 circles. The last one, Circle of Treachery, and of course, Limbo, have been completely removed.
Okay. Did they exist at one point, or Vivzy just doesn't like that and she didn't write it in?
I think more likely it's probably the latter rather than the former.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. So that was the first video. I only made a page worth of mistakes. Oh yeah. That's good. What about Cambians? What is a Cambian? I'm afraid I've never seen that word before.
Cambians would probably be classified as hellborn. I think I haven't studied much demonology as of yet. I currently do have a book at this moment in time, so I am going to be doing a rough read of that when I can. But I do try and do some thorough research.
It's a half demon, half vampire. Are vampires a thing in the Hazbin universe?
No, and they would technically be considered Nephilim.
Right. Oh, here we are. A Cambian is a half-human, half-demon offspring of an incubus, succubus, or demon. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so that's what that is.
Yeah. They'll be independent.
I can't imagine.
But again,
I guess the question is, can a human body birth a Nephilim or a Cambian?
Unfortunately, no, that's not how it works. I don't think vampires exist in the Vivziverse, because I think more like she's more like portraying the human world rather than her own other universe known as Zootopia.
Okay. Alright, ghosts don't exist in Hazbin Hotel, says Chara Dreamer.
Ghosts do not exist yet. Not that I'm aware of. But remember, there is one of the Overlords that kind of looks like a Blaming Flu skull.
Right. That's kind of willow-wispy, that sort of thing. Do succubi, incubi exist? I imagine they do. If
Lilith.
Go ahead.
Lilith.
Oh yeah, Lilith, right. Plus, you're making an adult cartoon and you don't include the sexy demon? Really? I mean, that doesn't seem plausible to me.
No!
Like, I mean, helluvaboss, we see, like, at least 3 scenes of people fucking on screen. Like, I'm pretty sure that succubus and incubus are a thing.
No doubt Martha's probably going to be a succubus when she's now in hell. No doubt!
So a question that did come up in a lot of my videos that I'm just now thinking of is people are asking, as far as their OCs go, because everyone wants to make their own demon OC, of course, how does the formation of your body work when you get to hell? So, Angel Dust and his family are spiders because pun, and because they had a web of organized crime. Is there, like, correlation between what you turn into and what your sins are, I suppose?
Well, obviously in Baggy's been confirmed a moth demon, so more likely she was more of a night walker than a day walker, you know, insomnia sort of thing, so she probably suffers from insomnia. She prefers the night rather than the day. Alistair obviously became a deer. Most people say a Wendigo, even though Wendigos actually live in the northeast of America, not New Orleans.
I don't like that theory, the Wendigo theory. It's an unnecessary element, if you know what I mean. Like, him turning into a deer is already interesting enough. Why bring in Wendigo, like a completely different mythology, you know? Otherwise, just make him a straight up Wendigo and not a deer.
And Alistair obviously was shot in a hunting ground. But he was being chased by the police.
I think that was... I'm not certain if I mentioned that, but like it's definitely in one of the many lists of facts that Vivzy has released. Let's see. Video 2, everything we know about Angel Dust. Surprisingly, I got most of this correct, and I was very proud of that, except chat will... Frickin' the comment section will not let me live it down. I didn't know what a John was. Okay, so... Do you know what a John is before, like, Hazbin did its thing? Like, did you know that that was prostitute slang?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't...
However, for saying John, obviously means John Doe, means a person that wants to remain anonymous as basically a client, or as a dead body, because I studied forensic science.
You see, I knew about John Doe, but it did not occur to me... Because in his text message, I think I can zoom in on it in the second video. In his text message, the word, the spelling that he used was with W-I-T-H-H-A. So I thought he was trying to like communicate his accent through a text. Like, I'm with the John, you know? I did not think he was using slang, which I should have put 2 and 2 together, but I'm with a John, so that's on me. But chat won't ever let me live it down, and yeah. I also didn't like the Instagram postings, but you are the Instagram expert. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Obviously, I tend to archive most of the postings. How it establishes the timeline between the actual events themselves. Fun enough, like I actually do have pictures in my folder. If you want to display those, we can go through them. That won't be too much of a bother.
Yeah, go ahead and send them. That way we can actually take a look at these things, because that kind of leads into the third video more, the has-been theory about the dream sequence. I think, let's see, side note, they also establish a time, especially in... So yeah, why don't you go ahead and, yeah, you've got the JPEGs. So we'll pull those up in our Discord chat. And when we get to the third video, we'll kind of debunk that theory a little bit more. But what is this side note here? They established a timeline for helluvaboss. What does that mean?
Obviously there were also pictures from Blitzeau and Stolos also mapping out between helluvaboss episode 1 and 2. Such as, like, you see the eels that were in Blitzeau's posting? Blitzeau's in the first episode. I'm just about to pull that up. Here we go.
Yep.
Here are the eels that got murdered by Moxie.
Right. So, yeah, no, I dismissed the Instagram accounts right away, which I should not have, but I was aware of their existence when making this video. And Blitzeau, him and Stolos' Instagram accounts do line up pretty well with the release of the episodes, in that these eels were foreshadowed in the Instagram posts. And, like, I think Blitz even said, no one better knock this shit over. And then Moxie knocked it over, I think was the comment.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then the redesign of the grimoire. Actually, I do want to ask that question. What is the canonicity of the pilot? Because the pilot had a different design on the grimoire.
Unfortunately, this was done by Samfae Blonde, who redesigned the actual grimoire itself. Obviously from the pilot itself. She didn't particularly like the look of it, so she initially redesigned it for the new one.
Right. Okay. Someone, the O is silent. Yes, we know. I usually say Blitz when I'm speaking. I don't know if someone's gonna get offended of us dead naming Blitz. I don't think that's a problem, because that's not the same thing. But yeah. Oh yeah, I love the look of the new grimoire. It knocks the old one out of the water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Sam Blonde definitely did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The character... Izzy? Oh! Cherry Bomb's boyfriend thing. Who is this guy?
Izzy is from Zoophobia. He's actually a demon slayer.
Interesting.
Originally, many people were speculating he may have been either Cherry Bomb's brother or father, but I actually genetically debunked that.
Okay, how did you debunk that? Because I'm gonna find what I said in the video, see if I can pull it up, because Cherry, I've got a fascination with Cherry, I'm not gonna lie. Like...
Just give me a second. It was actually, because I actually did a video on it. Because obviously, I saw that MatPat did a theory on genetics, so I thought, you know what, how about I do the exact same to debunk a certain claim that keeps coming up. Because I was able to, because obviously how phenotypes technically work, obviously, obviously I had to judge it by their faces. The eye shape is the same, but not the eye style, nor their jawline or the eyebrow line. None of it fits. And so basically I debunked most of the claims. And like how I typed in Radio Hazbin, I come up as the first two and then Alistair. And then for some reason, is Alistair a girl in Google?
Okay, I understand getting Angel Dust confused. That makes sense, okay? Alistair is coded pretty well. That's definitely a guy. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cherry. Oh yeah, Cherry. So, my guess was these guys were a family because they're both Cyclopses, and you're saying due to the artwork on Izzy specifically, this character, that they are not related.
No, they're not related at all.
Okay. I was thinking maybe this was an incest quid pro quo thing because the lyrics suggest they were a couple. I guess that makes sense. If this guy is a demon slayer and she's an anarchist, they would go together. They would work together.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. But the thing is, since obviously she's currently in hell, she's more likely condemned to be in hell. And if she ever turned up on the surface, he more likely would probably want to try and kill her.
Right. Is he currently on the surface then?
We don't know.
Okay. Because
I cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah, because what is it? Interdimensional travel is a thing that can happen. So if he's hopping in and out of hell, that is interesting at the very least. What an enlightening apology video. Well, thank you. Let's see. So that's good to know. Izzy is a demon slayer, not related to Cherry. It's judging by these lyrics. Now, granted, how much stock can we put into these lyrics? Because this was a fan-made song.
Okay.
So the lyrics specifically, yeah, you fell in love, so come if you're feeling brave, and if you fancy yourself a mate, you want it, I got it. How accurate are those lyrics to these two relationship, or was this kind of shoehorned in? What is this?
I think it was more likely shoehorned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alright then. That works. I did neglect to point out that the Attic music video was in fact a fan-made song, and this music video is a fan-made music video of the fan-made song. So this whole video is essentially, like, fan-made incest. That's what's happening here. So.
Pretty much.
Right. Vaggie is short for Vagatha. Okay. I just didn't mention it. That's fine. And that's the end of video 2. So that is the second thing. Not a ton wrong here, just details I could have expanded on. So that's not a big deal. And Viv animated it. I don't think she did it alone, because I've been following a lot of the artists on Twitter who did the cleanup work and the line art. I remember the guy who did the line art of the two kissing girls in the limo was very proud of his work.
Yeah, and also Seth Velez, he's the one who done the humping scene in helluvaboss.
Oh my god. Of course. They have like... They bring in a special lewd artist just for the sex scenes. That's great. Oh my gosh. So, finally, in the last video, I called this video the Hazbin theory you're all wrong about, because I got so many comments saying that the music video, specifically the ending, was a dream sequence. And I mentioned I don't like this theory, and I mentioned a few reasons. One, because it relies too much on supplementary material. Instagram is not a good place to post your lore. Do not do that. Or at the very least, don't make it main story plots. Always... Anyway, that's what I said. I didn't like it. I had supporting evidence. And you, for the most part, backed me up on this, right?
I did back up on this. Yep, obviously we have the actual ticket here. If you quickly zoom in on that.
Yep, zooming in.
Yep, okay. So this was actually posted on July 15th, roughly about 2 days before the actual edit music video was set to be released during the time. And of course, if we flick over to the next Husker picture, which I put next to it, which is below it.
Yep.
This was actually posted literally hours after the actual music video dropped.
Right. So the confusion is, if you look at this picture of Angel Dust, it says addict on this ticket. And the caption is something along the lines of, Angel Dust is inviting me to his Friday show. And this was a marketing tactic in order to get people excited for the Addict music video. And I remember seeing the Hazbin Hotel, I remember seeing Vivzy. Everyone was reposting the Angel Dust stripper pole scene. And they were hyping people up for the music video. Now, naturally, unless you're really paying attention, you probably did not hear the Addict song before this video dropped. So this right here was essentially a marketing tactic. And then what got people confused is in the next line, or in the next Instagram post from Husk, Husk states that he passed out and that he missed the show. And there's this line of smoke leading to another room. And if you look really, really closely, you can see Angel Dust's foot right there. You can't see my mouse because Streamlabs is just fucking amazing.
Yep, and I have posted now just recently the Nifty post also, which correlates with that.
Right, and then Nifty also mentioned this as well. So this got a lot of people thinking that Angel Dust was physically performing the Addict music video in, I'm going to put air quotes, real time. As in, like the Addict music video is the latest point in the timeline. I say that doesn't make sense, that doesn't add up. I say the music video was a flashback, and it's framed with this right here. So, Angel Dust is standing here looking solemn and thinking about his past. And my evidence was basically, it explains the solid that he owed Cherry Bomb, because Cherry Bomb blew up the strip club.
Yes.
Cherry Bomb blew up the strip club that he had to work at, and people were saying that you could see it in the pilot, and no, you can't. The porn studio and the strip club are two different locations, both seemingly owned by Valentino. Am I correct so far?
Yes. And basically, with the one that apparently that was destroyed, let me quickly pop over to Valentino's Instagram little post.
Mm-hmm.
There was something he posted in part 2. Basically, here we go. It was this image here. Basically, he says particularly in this caption, called "New Club, New Pole. Anyone else want to give it a whirl?"
Okay. Now, because like establishing a timeline using a real life social media account and a fictional setting, that is a little odd. Well, no, because then he would just make a new he could make a new strip club, because the strip club must have blown up sometime between the 80s and what, 2000 it must be
Now.
huh yeah, well,
Now.
It couldn't. Oh, no, because what's her name? Vaggie died in 2014. So
Yes.
it must have been before then, or at least around that point. Like sometime, like it has to happen before the pilot, and him putting up the stripper pole now, it doesn't work. I'm sorry. Like,
But also, the lyric "It was all a dream" also refers to Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls, and he died in the 90s.
right. So what is that exactly?
Basically, so now we may have a much more proper timeline. So it could be between obviously 1998, I believe, because he died after roughly about 6 months after Park. Tupac Shakur, by the way. And then obviously it leads into probably more likely up to now. So it's between 1998 to now.
Right.
So we have a much narrower gap. But again,
either way, like I don't think it adds up that it would be a dream sequence, because if he did say new club, at least we can confirm that the club was blown up at some point. You're right.
yeah.
Valid.
And actually, I do have the actual caption itself. I need to quickly skim through because there's like Valve replies a lot. There's like tons of replies. You have to physically open each and every single one to see which one it is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the problem with snipping everything.
Oh no.
Yeah, but if you want the best resolution, that's what you gotta have to do. You have to sacrifice your time. Okay, it was post number 3.
All right,
Here we go.
Fangirl is saying the attic performance was in real time. Here's Angel getting ready for the performance in real time. See, I've seen that before because he's wearing the same stripper outfit.
Yeah, and you used that for your thumbnail.
I did. It was a good thumbnail. It was one of my better thumbnails, I'll be honest. But like, here's the thing. Angel Dust could have taken this at any time. It could have happened at it. Okay, so God, I don't want to backpedal on my own stance, but like, this Starbucks drink or whatever came from Hux, right?
I'm just trying to look through here. Looked in Angel Dust Part 1. There was no sign of him taking a picture. I'm now looking at Part 2.
So like Hux brought him this Starbucks or whatever the hell it is, and then Angel Dust is drinking it at some point, which means Hux and Angel Dust met after the pilot. I don't know. Like, it's really weird because
technically the picture of Angel Dust wearing the exact same outfit was actually posted in August.
Okay.
So it was after the video. If we're referring to this image here.
So this was posted after the video?
This one here was posted after the video. It was posted in August, not July.
Okay, so the Attic music video was published in July, but this was posted in August. So then it couldn't be real time.
No.
Okay.
Not particularly to this image here,
Mm-hmm.
but compared to the other ones that literally came before and after, that was more likely real time between those images, just not this one here, because this one was immediately posted afterward.
Okay. Well, here's the reason why I don't like this as well. Because in the Angel Dust comic that was meant to be a prequel to Hazbin Hotel, Angel Dust specifically mentions that he owes X number of dollars to Valentino, like 2 months' rent, but Charlie gives him enough money to cover all of that. So, is Angel Dust still working for Valentino?
Yes.
I suppose that makes sense because of the text at the beginning of the episode, but why is he still doing it then? And does Valentino know that he's staying somewhere else?
Valentino would know now, because obviously Charlie bragged about it in the 666 news report, afternoon report.
Right.
So more likely he does know and is probably a bit livid.
Right.
Hence why he punished him by working the corner.
Well, that working... Okay, so... That doesn't make sense. The working... are we talking the working the corner in the comic? Or are we talking the working the corner, like, right now? By right now, I mean with the text message, working with Travis.
Working the corner basically from this Instagram post, which I just sent you, which was part of my part 1.
Ah, so you're thinking this Instagram post that I'm posting right now comes after the pilot.
Yes.
Okay. That does make sense. Bisexual Intellectual thinks that there's probably some kind of soul contract happening where Angel has to perform X amount, but that's probably going to be like episode 1 of Hazbin Hotel then, is getting Angel out of his contract. Like, that has to be. Like, whether or not... I'm pretty sure the strip club was blown up. When it was blown up, I honestly don't give a shit. I don't think that matters when it was blown up. I think it's important that it was, though. Because then he owes Cherry Bomb the solid, and then the pilot happens... Or rather, the prequel comic happens, the pilot happens, this post happens, and then I think episode 1 is going to be, yo, Sugar Tits, I gotta get out of this contract. You gonna help me? And frickin' Vaggie and Charlie help him do that. I think that's gotta be it. Otherwise, this story is already a mess, and it doesn't make sense. But either way, I think our point is made. Dream sequence is silly.
Sequel is more likely plausible. I've already basically mounted up the evidence to prove that is the fact.
I'm still calling flashback, but sequel is definitely a possibility. I'm willing to bet on that. I think at this point, what Shayla has pointed out does make sense, but it also we are looking at Instagram posts of fictional characters happening at the speed of marketing. Because this Addict music video ticket is clearly just means to get people excited for the music video. I don't think there should be a lot of stock posted in it. He makes contracts. Do we confirm that other Overlords can make contracts? Or is that an Alistair unique power? I don't think that would be an Alistair unique power.
No, it wouldn't. No, all the Overlords can make contracts with other sinners and other demons to do their bidding, but they must obviously pay their due, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Pay their debt.
Alright, well, I think that's about it. That's all I really wanted to cover. Do you have anything you want to add?
Obviously, in case anyone didn't know about Cherry Bomb, she was actually supposed to be Angel Dust's daughter.
I did not know that. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, and this was actually evidently scrapped, and I don't know why.
Well, Angel Dust is now... Well, gay people have children all the time, but... I thought Angel owed Cherry a solid because she comforted him after he was... and I'm not going to say that word due to demonetization. And part of the video was when the club was blown up was just a fantasy. See, I don't think so. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's talk about this, because there was a lot of argument in my third video about this. I'm just going to pull up Addict. Just make this easy.
Actually, I have the video on file.
Well, this will be faster. I'm already here.
Okay.
So, right here... So this part right here, as in the... God, I'm gonna have to play frame game. So, this part right here, a lot of people are saying, this is during the scene where Angel Dust is high on stage, and it's doing those brief little flashes, to where Cherry Bomb is staying with him while he's freaking out. So I'm assuming you know the part I'm talking about?
I think those are more likely flash forwards, because obviously you see directly outwards that Valentino tries to reward him by giving him a kiss. He refuses and then forces a kiss on him, more likely implying the assault, and therefore implies him freaking out in his in his porn studio room, basically wrecking the place. And Cherry Bomb comes in to comfort him after he was traumatized.
See, that's valid, and I can see why people would think that. I personally think, and this is just my experience with people who have gotten very, very high, I think she is helping him come down from his high. Because what's happening here is, if you look at it as a video, I guess, I'm playing it for chat, you can see him on stage, and he's making these movements, he's feeling good, he's all high, and he's got all that shit going on in his body. But then it does a sharp cut, like you said, a flash forward, where Angel is freaking out on a bed and Cherry is comforting him. I'm sure the assault is part of it, but I think this is him coming down from an overdose.
True, but also, if you look at initial detail on the left-hand side of Angel, there is actually a bottle smashed, and it looks recent.
True. So this could be... Okay, alright, so I'm gonna have to take a picture of this, and I'll flash forward to the post scene where he throws said bottle. It looks like a different room to me, but I could play it at quarter frames, I suppose. Let's slow that down. Playback speed, 25th. Let's just rewind a little bit. Okay, so there's... I'm doing this for your benefit. Unfortunately, I cannot stream both of these at the same time. So
yeah,
Angel Dust is shifting his bed around. There's circular pillows. The sheets are off. He throws a wine glass, not a wine bottle. He sits down. There is a window. The bed frame looks a little bit different. This is a pink room. Let's
more
go.
like it a lot.
Yeah.
Probably the lighting's a bit off.
Yeah, like we're analyzing at quarter frames here. Like that, we're doing some real Matt Pat work here. It could be both. Like it's a very unspecified amount of time. This is a music video, and music videos are the best time to have this sort of stuff. But I saw this as him coming down from a high. Specifically because the lyrics also support it as well. Okay, window, like, looking at the room. Circular pillows, okay. Bed sheets torn off. Wine glass. Curtains closed, but Cherry could have closed those. That's fine. You might be right. Could be both. Could be a mixture of things. Stuart's apology analysis. You're right, Nuzlocke. But yeah, I say it's coming down from a high, but you might be right. This might be a post-assault thing. So.
Yeah.
Because
I've also got the actual effects of PCP literally on my third screen.
Why don't you go ahead, read those off? Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so these are the physical health risks of actually taking PCP. Please do not try this at fucking home. Please do not. I swear to God.
Do our responsible YouTuber thing.
We might as well. Obviously, loss of coordination and control, a increase in body temperature, feeling detached from reality, convulsions, leading users to hurt themselves, or some users have been known to basically self-harm or might as well just make the noises instead. Some can be actually quite violent. Sometimes they can not feel any pain. They can become numb to it. It has been used as a painkiller, like years ago before it became illegal.
Right.
But yeah, it can actually lead to convulsions, shallow, slow breathing, or even slow breathing. Can actually even stop the lungs from working. It does also have the mental health risks, which is, of course, a severe psychotic state. Can cause memory loss, basically, cognitive problems, poor appetite, weight loss, which kind of looks like it there. Depression, so again, it is a negative cognitive influence on Angel's life. And of course, constantly paranoid. So he's probably more likely using his humor to basically mask how he feels, and also it can cause anxiety and agitation.
Right. Julia Rose, the snarky autistic witch, has said people usually experience seizures when they're overdosing on PCP. We don't actually know. So, little tangent. We don't actually know what Valentino's drug magic actually is. So it could be simulating the effects of PCP. It could be its own thing. Once again, I don't think it matters too much, but I think we are all in agreement that Cherry and Angel are besties, and this is a good moment for them, whether or not it's assault, drugs, or both. I think that's just fine. Long-term...
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Long-term withdrawals also have pretty bad side effects, too. Angel in for some hell no matter what he does, yeah, so... Another question, does doing drugs, like, just being a drug addict, does that send you to hell in the Hazbin universe?
It's definitely not a good act. It all depends, obviously, like, let me give it a perfect example. Some people in the military, back in World War I, to be more exact, were actually taking speed.
I was aware of that, yeah. Fun fact, when Americans went over during World War I, our government chemically castrated them. One of the reasons why we have baby boomers is after the World Wars, when they came back, the chemicals to make them not so, I'm going to say antsy, wore off, and they realized, oh, our wives are here for us, and lots of babies were born. So, that was a thing. But yeah. Cocaine was used and given out very freely during Vietnam because there was nothing else better to do. Let's see. So
yeah, the Contras. Yeah.
Julia, I'm with you. I don't think a disease like addiction should be considered a sin. No, absolutely not. Addiction is a disease in most, in all cases. What am I saying? So yeah, I don't think that should do it. It's just whatever Vivzi's rules want to make up. Like, that's why I'm so hesitant to theory craft in my videos. Stress sex, that is a thing. I'm so hesitant to theory craft in my videos because Vivzi can do whatever the hell she wants. It is her version of hell. It is her version of the afterlife. So, I'm always super careful when I talk about that. Which is why when I framed the Angel might have been sent to hell because he was gay, and if that was the case, that was my guess as to Vivzi's line of thinking. But no one knows except Vivzi, and I don't even think Vivzi knows all the time, because she is wonderfully inconsistent. I've already presented a few cases where she has been inconsistent. Do you have any more fun ones? I'm sure you know better than I do.
I have basically called her out on some of the stuff, especially about Alistair a lot of time ago. Like, hang on. This turned out, what the hell, Viv? And like also the fact that also at one point when she was doing the Australian wildfires, and she said that the Wikipedia is not a good source for information. I just put up a meme on Twitter. I added her and she instantly liked it.
Oh, nice.
Because it was Sheldon throwing a paper gif.
Oh, jeez. That's good. I'm gonna move. I just realized I've had chat on the wrong screen, like this entire stream. So on stream, I'm looking in a bad direction when I should have been looking in this direction. So anyway. If you're doing it freely and carelessly, see, I don't know. I don't know what's a sin and has been. Someone said, I feel like Vivz is saying that redemption is possible. Do you think, alright, do you think Charlie's plan is feasible?
It can be feasible, yes. I've actually done 2 videos, which are basically Fault Theory, which is basically me outlining my own little story on how we would turn to go, known as Road to Redemption. I did the first one on Angel Dust. I thought, you know what? Do it on Patient Zero first. That was half an hour long.
Wow.
For the sequel, I had to make it a little bit more higher. I had to go for someone a bit more higher power. Went for Alistair instead, and that's over an hour long. 20 plus pages.
Jeez.
And it does also include a D&D campaign.
Oh my god.
I put that in there just for shits and giggles.
You put in a D&D campaign in a theory video? That's next level SEO right there. As a reminder, if you want to see any of her videos, I have been linking her the Radio Hazbin, not Hazbin Radio. Radio Hazbin in the description and in the chat on several instances. Why don't you guys go check her out? She normally does not show up like this in IRL. She actually has these really cool puppets and really cool VR thing going on.
Yes, I got my VR headset right here. I have a character known as Pestilence. He's technically the character that is displayed. Originally it was supposed to be Heavenster, which was a color ripoff of Alistair, but I decided, you know what? Let's scrap him. Let's merge him with my OC. Make it even better.
I'm an Alistair simp. Bro, me too. Although now I am much more of a Stolos simp. Oh my god. Stolos.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I also have connections with some of the actual cast members themselves. I have connections with Crystal Laporte, the voice of Cherry Bomb. I've had a talk with Ed Bosco back in June. I'm friends with Michael Kovac on VR chat. I know some of the admin and the admin fan calls. I know Kazoodo Cat, Boris, Umbra Unix. So pretty much I am well connected.
That's good, because I am just a fanboy who made a couple videos. That's literally my contribution. I doubt I am on anybody's radar, and to be honest, I kind of prefer it that way. I just want the views so I can feed my family. That's all I'm after.
No doubt they probably are on your radar, and I love you just bring up the half sarcastic face that I instantly drew for my character.
Wait, I'm on their radar? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh no.
They have watched your videos. They've watched mine.
When did they watch it? Because that's not good. I am strictly don't notice me senpai. I actually get real nervous when other big D&D people follow me on Twitter.
Obviously, they do watch some of the Hazbin and Herbal content during their free time.
Oh man.
And this was confirmed by Kazoodo Cat. Because I've had a one-to-one conversation with her.
No.
And she's a Lucifer simp.
Damn it. Oh no. Well, my big worry is, maybe this is a best thing discussed off stream. Does Vibzy have a fan art policy?
Draw whatever you want, as long as it's not incest or pedophilia.
My question. We sell these on our website. This Alistair body pillow. Is this pissing anybody off?
Probably not. She's probably thinking, win.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. So that is a thing. So I'm very much a don't notice me senpai, but that's good to know that has happened. I will be very careful if we meet at a convention. But yeah, I think. Do you want to wrap it up? Or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
There's nothing really else that we need to talk about. Like, we pretty much covered everything that we needed to gloss over.
Cool.
Pretty much point by point.
Dope. Alright. Vivzy is very active with the Hazbin fans on Reddit. Oh, that's fantastic. Quick reminder.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
I probably should mention, I was the first person who posted them going, yeah, you're hella mad, bro. Smug looking Charlie. I'm the creator of that meme.
I'm bot.
And no one knew where it came from. Like, you're welcome.
Alright, well, Last bit of shilling before we leave for the evening. I'm Stuart. I'm co-owner of TheLoadingCrew, LLC, company that my wife and I founded. She makes these body pillows. That is our biggest seller. They are getting us through the winter, especially since COVID has royally fucked us for conventions. So thank you, COVID. But yeah, these are available if you want to go shop. That would be nice. Thank you. And then, all I know you is Radio Hazbin. Do you want to shill yourself again? Anything you want to point out? A video or something that you're proud of?
Obviously, I am still proud of my Road to Redemption Alistair, which I did. I am also proud of the Hazbin Instagrams, because obviously, I do believe that archiving is important, especially now that Valentina's posts have been deleted, and I'm the only person who's got all of them still archived on her computer. So if anyone actually needs those, again, hello, I'm here to help. In addition, I have something big coming out for New Year's Eve, and it's gonna be a massive shit post, and it's gonna be funny. It's yet to be completed.
Oh, is that the one we've been working on with the thumbnail?
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. She's been showing me parts. It's gonna be good. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. And also, I am planning to drop a massive little gift for the VR chat community for Hazbin. A model that has been made, but it looks crappy at the moment because it's MMD. And no one likes MMD models.
Oh no.
Yeah, the chat is a bit delayed, yes.
Okay, about how much would you say? Like a minute? That's pretty typical, to be honest. I hate that.
That was roughly about 10 seconds. I think it depends on how far the video is. And I have to click. Sometimes I have to click live. Yeah, it literally just popped up just now, so I'm just about 10-15 seconds. That was roughly about 5. And also, I'm wearing my Hazbin shirt.
Oh, shoot! I should have worn I have an Alistair shirt and an Alistair hoodie, but I thought I looked good in the really bad, ugly Christmas sweater, so that's why I put that on.
And also my branding. So.
Dude, that's dope. I did not even notice the hat. I'm gonna be honest, but that's awesome. Do you sell that hat, or is that just for you?
That's just for me. I am planning to sell merch when I'm at 10k, because I can't sell merch on my Teespring store until I have 10k subscribers to link it in.
Interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is goodbye then. Thank you, everyone. Be sure to click on those links. Be sure to click on Radio Hazbin's channel. Subscribe to her. It looks like you got about 10-20 subs from this. So that should help. That should be nice.
My API coming on my little stream deck is currently slowing down. I've been more likely over an Overlord, over the Angel Pog image.
Oh, jeez. All right.
What the fuck is a Pog chip? I don't even know.
All right. We'll find out when the next episode comes out. Yep. So goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining.